Ohio Dominican University here in Columbus, Ohio, where tonight the Warriors take on the Division III state runners-up from a year ago, the Cincinnati Aiken Falcons, in the seventh and final game of the day here at the 614 Shot Clock event at Ohio Dominican. Hi, everybody. It's Rick Cooper, the voice of the Warriors. It's great to have you with us here on the Westerville North Sports Network. We welcome you to Sunday Night Hoops. They are presented exclusively by Krieger Ford. Krieger Ford is the exclusive Ford dealership of the Westerville North Sports Network. Krieger Ford, 1800 Morse Road in Columbus, home of the Krieger commitment. Best cars, best people, and peace of mind. Shop at KriegerFord.com today. We welcome you to the North Star Family Dental pregame show as we count you down to tonight's Middlefield Bank opening tip. North Star Family Dental is a proud supporter of Warriors Athletics. You can enjoy a free whitening with a new patient exam, cleaning, and x-rays. To learn more, call North Star Family Dental at 614-682-6213 or visit them online at NorthstarFamilyDental.com. Well, it is the first ever meeting between Cincinnati Aiken, the Falcons, and your Westerville North Warriors, and it takes place here at Ohio Dominican in a really unique event. They are calling this event the Shot Clock Battle in the 614. 19 games, 7 yesterday, 7 today, 5 tomorrow, over 3 days here at Ohio Dominican, and the common bond in all of those 19 games is that we're going to use a 35-second shot clock for all 32 minutes. 32 states currently use a shot clock in some capacity for high school basketball. In other states, some use it for just the regular season. Some use it just for the postseason. Some use it for the entire season. The NFHS, which kind of acts as the rules governing body for high school sports across the country, put a rule in place that allowed states to implement the 35-second shot clock beginning with the 2022-23 season, which has led to a surge in states using it in recent years. There were states using the shot clock long before the NFHS approved it, and maybe the best example would be the state of Washington, which has had a shot clock in place for high school basketball since all the way back in 2009. What is that, 17 years ago? ODU, along with tournament director Jim Berry, have brought in some of the best shot clock operators in the area to run this shot clock for these 19 games. And maybe the best thing that can help get this idea of a shot clock off the ground and on the right foot is for there not to be a plethora of stoppages tonight due to shot clock operator errors. We were here late yesterday. We have been here most of the day today, and there have not been. It has been well run. So we expect, a little bit of stress and pressure on these 38 teams, 38 coaches that'll play a game with a shot clock this weekend, but probably a little bit pressure on the guys and gals that are sitting over at that scorer's table that are going to run the shot clock all weekend as well. Westerville North stayed perfect in the OCC Capital. They improved to 6-0, 9-1 overall with an 85-38 win at Dublin Scioto on Friday night, leading 68-37 after 3 quarters. They put the exclamation point on their 9th win of the year with a 17-1 run in the 4th quarter. The Warriors shot a blistering 56% from the field. They held the Irish to just 26%. North hit 9 of 25 shots behind the three-point line for 36%. Scioto compounded things by not valuing the basketball. They turned it over 22 times, which the Warriors turned into 38 points. And the big stat line for Westerville North, the big stat line in any game for any team is when you take care of the basketball. North only turned it over 5 times in the entire night. It was another night of stuff in the stat sheet for junior Tyson Perkins, the guard, finishing with 15 points on 7 of 11 shooting to go along with 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals. The assists and steals were both game highs. Senior Elijah McCree hit 4 of 10 threes and led Westerville North with a game-high 19. It was senior Late Al-Sadi that led Dublin Scioto with 12 points. He was 3 of 10 from the field. The Cincinnati Aiken Falcons are the opponent tonight in the 7th and final game of the day here at Ohio Dominican. Aiken comes into tonight at 9-5 overall. They are 5-1 in the CMAC, the Cincinnati Metro Athletic Conference Red Division, which at 5-1 record is good for first place. They're a half game ahead of Taft High School, which is 4-1. The Falcons are coming off a 66-48 win at Woodward High School on Friday night. They hit 9 of 18 threes in that game as a team for 50%, and Chris Washington Jr. Led the way with 22 points on 8 of 11 shooting. He had 2 of 2 from way downtown. Aiken led 25-8 at the end of one in that game and cruised, as we said, to the 18-point win. Like Westerville North, the Falcons only lost twice a season ago. Aiken ran off 21 straight wins to start last season before they lost in their final regular season game 78-76 at Trotwood Madison. The Falcons advanced all the way to the Division III state title game before losing 63-61 in a thriller to Louisville out of the Canton area. Gone from that state runner-up season are 5 starters. Their top 6 players, 87% of their offense, including Jaden Arnold. He was the CMAC Red Offensive Player of the Year. He averaged 19.6 points, 4.1 rebounds, 4.7 assists was a team high, and 2.5 steals while shooting 56% from the field and 38% on threes, 35 of 91. First-year head coach Sean Davis, an assistant coach on last year's team, told us that Arnold is the most skilled player with the basketball that he has ever seen, and that compliment coming from a coach that has worked as an assistant at the Division I college level as well. Jaden Arnold to finish his story at Fork Union Military Academy in Virginia this year. That's the same school that Eddie George transferred to late in his high school career and actually had 1 year post-high school that he spent at Fork Union before he got the offer from Ohio State football and eventually won the Heisman Trophy. Arnold is going to play at NCAA Division I Purdue-Fort Wayne in 2026-27. This year's Aiken roster, boy, is it unique. 7 transfers, mostly from other City League schools in the CMAC. The lone returnee with any varsity experience is junior DeAndre Carr. Short was the team's 6th or 7th man a year ago when he averaged 4.3 points and 3.4 rebounds. This year, with more PT and really a good offseason, he is now a Division I prospect getting interest from Kent State that is averaging 14.2 points, second best on this team, and a team best 8.8 rebounds while shooting a team best 52% from the field. Carr Short is coming off a career high 33-point night 9 days ago in a 97-71 win at Taft High School. Chris Washington Jr. is the Falcons' leading scorer at 19.9 points a game. The Purcell Marion High School transfer is closing in on 1,000 points for his career. He would need 29 tonight to hit that plateau. It should be a fun night of hoops, part of a really good weekend of basketball here at Ohio Dominican, and we're excited to bring it to you tonight here on the Westerville North Sports Network. We take a quick look, and it is a really quick look at tonight's injury report because there is nobody on it for either of these two teams. Coming up on the North Star Family Dental pregame show, we will introduce you to tonight's Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway starting lineups. We'll compare these two teams statistically and give you a little bit more info about this team from Cincinnati Aiken. About an hour and 45 minutes from door to door from here at Aiken High School to Ohio Dominican University. But when we come back, we check in with the 55-year-old head coach of the Warriors, 2023 State Coach of the Year. His name is Shan Trusley, and we'll talk to him courtesy of Smile Doctors after this 60-second timeout courtesy of State Street Advisors. It is Westerville North 9-1, 6-0 in the OCC Capital. The Aiken Falcons in town, 9-5 overall, 5-1 first place in the CMAC Red Division. Shan Trusley, courtesy of Smile Doctors, is coming up next. This is the Westerville North Sports Network. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Conveniently located at 647 Park Meadow Road in Westerville, Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is ready to equip you with a comprehensive evaluation of your current financial state to assist you in planning for your future. State Street Advisors will guide you in formulating a series of achievable steps that can help you reach your objectives. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Phone 614-895-2584 or visit statestreetadvisors.com to learn more. Mark Kavanik is an investment advisor representative offering securities and advisory services through Cetera Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer and registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. State Street Advisors, wealth creation, preservation, and transfer. Presented by our good friends at Krieger Ford as we count you down to tonight's Middlefield Bank opening tip. And we get a chance to talk to the CEO of Westerville North Basketball, Shan Trusley, the Warrior head coach, and he appears courtesy of Smile Doctors in Westerville. Choose Dr. Reed with Smile Doctors because great orthodontic care is built on trust, experience, and outcomes. You can schedule a free consultation. Affordable and zero-interest installment plans are available. Most insurances are accepted. Smile Doctors, 5749 Maxtown Road in Westerville. They're the exclusive sponsor of our interviews with Coach Trusley, Coach Pack, Stanley Jackson all season long. And Coach, a fun one tonight, a challenging one. Before we talk the challenges, can we talk what we call the fun factor just a minute? Big event, primetime game. I'm sure you've been in a million of these, but for your guys to be a part of this, how excited do you sense they are tonight?
This is a highlight of the season. The kids like playing in these events. We like, testing ourselves against some of the best teams in the state, and so we're always happy to play in this or the event down at Capitol that we played in earlier this year. So the kids are excited to play, one of the best teams in the state, Division III state runner-up Cincinnati Aiken from last year. The Falcons have a lot of talent, and we're looking forward to the game.
And you mentioned the challenge, kind of two teams that lost two times a season ago. Not very many times that happened. So, of course, you all at the D2 level, them at the D3 level, and now they're D2. So somebody, I guess, theoretically, that you could possibly see again down the road.
You're exactly right. I know Division II down in Cincinnati is really good, and Aiken's part of that. And, we talked to the kids about this, with the Martin RPI, or the Max Preps RPI system that we use here in the state of Ohio. A game like this is important. You're talking about a team that in Aiken that's already won 9 games this year. So that helps us if we can get the job done tonight. And the kids are excited to play this game. And like I said, Aiken's going to make some noise in the Division II tournament later this year in February and March. So this is an important game for a bunch of different reasons.
And kind of an unusual Aiken story. They lose 5 starters, 6 of their top 7. We figured out 87% of their offense from a year ago, and they replaced it with a couple of guys moving up in the program. But Coach, they got 7 transfers, and I think 6 of them are from the league that they're in right now. And all I can think of is Jesse Burris wearing Cardinal and gold, or Tyson Perkins being a Westerville South Wildcat. It's kind of a unique story, isn't it?
It is, and it's a reflection of where we are today in our athletics. And so the kids from Aiken, I know, work really hard at it, and I know their coach has done a really good job bringing that group together and getting them to play really good basketball. And like I said, I know our kids are ready to go tonight, and they know that with the way basketball is, the kids all know each other because they play against each other all spring and summer, on different AAU teams, and then in the summer we get together and play against each other. So the kids are all familiar with each other, so it should be a really good game tonight.
And another storyline with it, if it's not unique enough, a 22-year-old head coach on the other side. I'm sure a team that went to the state championship, to take that over, probably a little bit of pressure on Sean Davis, but you've talked about how well he's done. Is there an area, what impresses you the most with the 22-year-old head coach in year one?
How hard he gets his kids to play. That's been really impressive in watching them on film, how hard their kids play. They have a way that they want to play, and the kids have bought into Coach Davis's philosophy. And Coach Davis is an up-and-coming coach, and I know he's thought highly of in the Cincinnati area, and he's excited to lead this Aiken program.
Let's talk about your squad. Game number 11 tonight, so really at the midway point of this season, 9-1. Win Tuesday night at home against Kilbourne, Friday at Scioto, a game you held the Irish to 1 point in the fourth quarter. What do you like most about where this team is? And I guess part B, where have you seen the biggest improvement from game number 1, Coach?
I like the way the last couple of weeks we've taken care of league play. Yeah. The last couple of weeks, that's all we've done is play league games, and that's one of the goals that we have this year, is to finish high up in our league standings. And so we've had some really important league games here in the last 2 weeks, and the kids have been focused and coachable and have gone out and executed game plans. I like where we are. I like the improvement, the growth that we're showing. That's been really good. We're always in continuous growth. We're always trying to get the kids to understand that you're either getting better or you're getting worse. And if we can get 1% better every day, that's what we want. So I think offensively, we're doing a good job of sharing the ball, moving the ball. On the defensive end, we're doing a good job of playing team defense. So we're seeing that growth every day, and we're just trying to get to a point where we're playing our best basketball in February and March.
Talking with Shan Trusley, courtesy of Smile Doctors, and I don't know all of your metrics, but I know a lot of them, and you look at some of them right now, the goal +1, you're +5 in rebounding margin. You want to force 20 turnovers, you're doing that. You're under 10 as a team, maybe the only one the free throw shooting, and that's climbing up at 69 right now. But I know one of the other goals when we talked earlier in the year was developing your bench a little bit. You had 7 with O'Canny and Roman, and trying to get that 8th guy. And from what we've seen, Tyson, Ben, Judah, where's that at? Has somebody emerged that maybe you'll be able to count on when tournament time comes around?
Thank you for pointing out the free throw shooting. That's always something we're looking for. But I really like our young kids. We've given our young kids an opportunity to play some JV basketball along with being part of the varsity team. And I think that's really helping them. It's helping their confidence. It's helping their skill level. And then when they get those moments during the varsity game, we're seeing some positive contributions. The other night at Dublin Scioto, you mentioned giving up 1 point in the fourth quarter. I think we gave up 12 for the entire half. A lot of that rested on the shoulders of those kids you just mentioned. They came out and they played excellent defense. And like I said, when you're young, you need confidence. And I think those kids are starting to find their confidence, and I think they're going to start making contributions here as we get deeper into the season.
Good stuff. And last, before we let you go, just with Aiken tonight, I know you're going in there, you'll have a dry erase board. What are you putting as the must-dos to get out of here with win number 10 tonight?
We've got to rebound. That's always goal number 1 for us. We have to rebound the ball. We're doing a good job of getting stops. Now we just have to limit teams from getting that second and third opportunity, and they've got some kids that go to the glass. We're going to have to keep them off the glass, and then if we can do that, then we can get to the other end in a hurry and look for our shots. So we've got to compete on the glass tonight.
It'll be interesting. We didn't even talk. I'm a bad play-by-play guy. Shot clock series tonight. What they're averaging, I think, almost 75, 76. You're at 71. It'll be interesting how many shot clocks, but maybe late game situation that could become a factor. Can I ask before we finish, how much have you talked about that? Is there any aspect of preparation that's been a part of this week?
We spent a little bit of time in practice yesterday talking about it. The big thing is, I told them, if you hear the shot clock, keep on playing. If you hear the horn, because the official will determine if play continues. So if you hear that horn, keep on playing. And it will impact probably the end of quarters. That's something we have to be aware of. But I think the kids are looking forward to it. I think they want to guard tonight, play some defense, and maybe get a couple turnovers via the shot clock.
A couple violations. Are you for the shot clock long term? Is that something you see coming real soon?
I think it's coming. I think it's inevitable. And yes, I am for the shot clock.
Okay. Coach, always love talking hoops. I know you got a team to coach. Best of luck tonight, and we'll see you Friday at Delaware Hayes as well. Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you so much.
That is head coach Shan Dan Trusley here on the North Star Family Dental pregame show. That interview courtesy of Smile Doctors, where you can get a free consultation, affordable and zero interest installment plans, and most insurance plans are accepted. You get personalized care that'll make you smile happy. Smile Doctors in Westerville is proud to support Central Ohio High School sports. Call them at 392-5610 or visit smiledoctors.com to schedule your free consultation today. We'll take a break. The Chick-fil-A starting lineups are coming up next. And transfer. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Conveniently located at 647 Park Meadow Road in Westerville, Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is ready to equip you with a comprehensive evaluation of your current financial state to assist you in planning for your future. State Street Advisors will help guide you in formulating a series of achievable steps that can help you reach your objectives. Mark Kavanik and State Street Advisors is the official financial advisor sponsor of the Westerville North Sports Network. Phone 614-895-2584 or visit StateStreetAdvisors.com to learn more. Mark Kavanik is an investment advisor representative offering securities and advisory services through Cetera Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer and registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. State Street Advisors, wealth creation, preservation, and transfer. Back here at Ohio Dominican, the North Star Family Dental pregame show. Dr. Christina Kulesa and her outstanding team. If you're looking for a new dental practice that you can trust with the health of your family, look no further than North Star Family Dental. They are the #1 choice. They have been voted a top dental practice in Columbus by the Columbus Dispatch and voted a neighborhood favorite by Nextdoor.com. Visit NorthstarFamilyDental.com to learn a lot more. Aiken High School in town tonight, as we said, 112 miles, hour and 47 minutes door to door from Aiken to Ohio Dominican. The Falcons, they will wear purple and white, 1,195 students. They are one of the smaller Division IIs in the state, while Westerville North this year is the biggest Division II boys basketball school in the state. Aiken High School, founded in 1962. They are part of the Cincinnati Public Schools. Division II in boys basketball this year after playing Division III a season ago. And so they moved because of their competitive balance number change. The competitive balance number is what changed them to move up. They have played at the Division I level in recent years, including 2022-23 and 2023-24. They have one other Final Four appearance in school history prior to last year, and that came 85-68 against St. Vincent St. Mary. They lost that game in the 2016 Division II state championship at the Schottenstein Center when Carly Jones scored 29 points and had 9 rebounds in a losing effort. They were the state runners-up last year when they lost 63-61 against Louisville in the Division III state championship game. Their best record all time is 27 wins. A year ago when they went 27-2, they started the year 21-0 in the regular season before losing 78-76 at Trotwood Madison in the final game of the regular season. That Carly Jones we talked about, really, really good. Played 3 years at Radford, scored 1,552 points at Radford. He was the 2020 Big South Player of the Year and played for the South Sudan in the Summer Olympics in the summer of 2024 when he played against Team USA. He is a distinguished alum. Dixon Edwards, a distinguished alum, 86 Aiken grad, 3-time Super Bowl champ with the Dallas Cowboys with Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. Jim O'Brien, NFL place kicker for the Baltimore Colts. Ike Reese, a 93 Aiken grad, an NFL linebacker with the Eagles. Scott Service, an 85 Aiken grad, was an MLB pitcher with 9 different MLB teams from 1988 to 2004, and Shane Sparks, a 1987 Aiken grad, is a hip-hop choreographer. No previous meetings between these two teams. First ever meeting tonight here at Ohio Dominican between Cincinnati Aiken and Westerville North. Standings in the OCC Capital. North sits alone at 6-0. Big Walnut 4-0 is second. Westland is third at 4-2. Big Walnut beat Westland on Friday night in overtime. So they are now in second place. What they're trying to do is set up a winner takes all in that, or a winner at least shares the league title in that second meeting between the two teams on February the 6th. Westerville South is fourth at 3-3. Delaware Hayes fifth at 1-4. Scioto is 1-5, and Worthington Kilbourne is 1-5. Standings in the CMAC Red Division. Aiken is 5-1 atop the division. Taft is 4-1 second, a half game back. Hughes, a Division III school, is third. They have won 5 in a row overall to get to 10-5. They are 5-2 in the league. Western Hills, a Division I school, is fourth at 2-3 in the division. Woodward, a D4 school, 2-5, is fifth, and Withrow, a D2 school, is 0-6 and is sixth. Euler leads the 7-team CMAC Blue Division with an 8-1 record in the league. They are 11-3 overall. Euler has won 9 in a row. Recaps from games earlier today. Dublin Kaufman beat Lancaster in the 11 a.m. game 60-47. Toledo Central Catholic beat Pick Central 63-51. Gahanna Lincoln by 18 over Louisville out of Canton in the 2 p.m. game 59-41. Newark beat Toledo St. Francis in a thriller. Went down to the wire. The Wildcats stay undefeated here in 2025-26. 58-53. Big Walnut in game 5, 74-66. Olentangy Liberty just won game number 6 tonight by the final of 72-69. The next time we talk to you is 5 nights from now. We go to Delaware Hayes against the Pacers. Adam Vincenzo, Jeremiah Russell, 7:30. The Middlefield Bank opening tip, 7 o'clock. The North Star Family Dental pregame show. Back with you on Friday the 30th against Westerville South. Saturday the 31st at 3:30, a matinee against Ignatius. Friday, February 6th against Big Walnut. And Tuesday, February 10th is our final regular season basketball broadcast against Olentangy Orange. And that is slated for a 7:30 start. Some keys to victory. First of all, for Cincinnati Aiken, they want to maximize opportunities by creating turnovers, second shots. Defensively, they want to contain Westerville North's penetration. They want to execute offensively. They want to minimize turnovers. We talked to Sean Davis, their first-year head coach. The best example he could give, he said, we turned it over 27 times in the Lima senior game, and things have drastically improved. They still had an 18-turnover game 9 days ago, but they have had recent games with as few as 6, and they want to be resilient. They have shown a ton of resilience. They said double-digit deficit, second game of the year against Walnut Ridge. They fought their way back in overtime and won that game by 13. They got hammered by 27 at Lima Senior. 3 days later, came back with a huge win against Hughes, so they have shown a ton of resilience. We talked to Shan Trusley. He said, Rick, we want to dictate tempo. We want to continue to rebound. Their goal was +1. They're +5 on the year. Effort and attitude, the free throw numbers, always something they keep an eye on. 75% is the goal. They're at 69 right now. The turnovers right where they want them to be. Under 10 as a team and forcing 20. They're doing both of that. And as we touched on with Coach Trusley, they want to continue to develop this bench and maybe get a little bit more than 7 deep so they can lean on guys like Tyson Cornett, Ben Hopkins, and Jude Bromley. So those are some of the keys to victory from both of these head coaches. Why don't we take a look at tonight's Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway starting lineups. Chick-fil-A is on the move. The Sancus Boulevard location has moved to 1515 Polaris Parkway, and a brand new Westerville location at 680 Polaris Parkway just west of Cleveland Avenue is now open to brand new location. Same great chicken. Chick-fil-A, the exclusive sponsor of tonight's starting lineup. We'll start with Westerville North. The Warriors come into tonight 9-1 overall. They are 6-0 in the OCC Capital play. The point guard tonight is Tyson Perkins, 3-year varsity kid, 2-year starter, 10.7 points a game, is third on this team, 5.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 3.8 steals, and 2.0 turnovers. Those are all team highs. He is shooting 53% from the field, 29% on threes, and 70% at the free throw line. The two guard tonight is Elijah McCree. Just continues to elevate that scoring average, now over 20, 21.2 a game, 2.8 rebounds. He too, like Tyson Perkins, at better than 50% from the field, 51%, 40% on threes, 31 of 78. The makes and misses are team highs, and 90% at the free throw line, 18 of 20. Jacob Medhani starts at the small forward at a career high 20 in that win against Westerville Central back on January the 2nd. He is a co-captain on this team, 7.3 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, and a 3.5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. The power forward tonight is Tony Cornett, was second team in the league last year. He's a 3-year varsity guy and a 2-year starter. He got the team's most improved player award a season ago. Has a younger brother, Tyson, that is a game-changing 9th grader, and has an even younger brother that'll be up in this program in a couple of years as well. Offers from Miami of Ohio, Akron, Kent State, Cleveland State, Duquesne, Western Carolina, and several other Central Ohio schools that have shown interest. He is averaging 12.2 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. And the man in the middle is Damian King, the football defensive end, with offers from Bowling Green, Akron, Kent State, Buffalo, and more on the gridiron. The 6'4 junior is averaging 7.9 points, 4.7 rebounds, and shooting 54% from the field. He had 9 points and 7 rebounds on 4 of 7 shooting in that win Friday night at Scioto. The head coach of the Warriors is 55-year-old Shan Trusley. He'll turn 56 in a couple of weeks on February 9th, 193 and 107. Coached his 300th game on Friday night. He wins at a clip of 64%. He's a 10th grade English teacher. Coach Trusley has won 3 league titles, a district title, and the 2025 Division II state championship. We roll on with the Chick-fil-A Polaris Parkway Falcons starting lineup. The point guard is Chris Washington Jr., 5'11 junior guard, 29 points shy of 1,000 at 22 Friday night at Woodward. He is a transfer from Purcell Marion High School. Came over with starting center Kevin Bly for the year. He's averaging 19.9 points a game. That is number 2 in the entire CMAC. 13 teams. The only guy with 19.9, let me get that right, is a team high. His 7.8 assists are 2 in the entire CMAC division, 48% from the field. The 2 guard is J-Rock McNeil. Jaden McNeil, 6'1 junior, first year at Aiken, a 2-year varsity guy who came over from a fellow CMAC school, Gamble Montessori. 12.2 points a game this year, is 3rd with 4.8 rebounds and is shooting 47% from the field. Ivan Colvin will start at the small forward, 6.5 a game, 3.5 rebounds. Played at CCPA in the CMAC a year ago. No statistics from his time there. He's a co-captain on this team and the best perimeter defender. Dre Carr Short will start at the 4, 6'7 junior, was the 6th or 7th man on this team a year ago when he averaged 4.3 points and 3.4 rebounds. This year averaging 14.2 points and a team best 8.8 rebounds. And the man in the middle tonight is Kevin Bly. Sean Davis calling him a high-level rim protector. They moved him into the starting lineup. This is game number 5 as a starter. It allows them to go 6'9 and 6'7 with Kevin Bly and Dre Carr Short around the rim. And Kevin Bly not scoring a whole lot, 4.3 points a game, 5 rebounds, and he is shooting 46% from the field. The head coach of the Falcons is 22-year-old Sean Davis. In his first year as the head coach, 9-5, 64% winning percentage. He is a 2021 Hughes grad that is single. First year as the head coach, was 3 years as an assistant under Darrell Black. Black stepped away after 3 years. He's young, mid-30s, stepped away to spend time with family. Spent 1 year in 2021-22 as the student manager under Wes Miller at the University of Cincinnati, and while in high school at Hughes High School was the video coordinator and student manager, so did not play high school basketball, was the video coordinator from 2018 to 2021. So Darrell Black, who he took over for 50-24 in 3 seasons at Aiken High School, 60-33 in his 4-year coaching career. Sean Davis assisted tonight by Robert Simmons, year 4. Greg Clark, first year strength and conditioning. Ahmad Lockhart, first year. Pete Harris, 3rd season with Aiken, first year as the head freshman coach. And the JV head coach tonight is Reggie Williams, his first as the JV coach in the 2nd year with Aiken High School. Tonight's opening tip as they move fast. No starting lineups, no national anthem, is brought to you by Middlefield Bank, your locally owned financial partner, proudly serving Northeast, Central, and Western Ohio. They are a full-service community bank with a variety of banking and lending solutions. You can learn more at middlefieldbank.bank or stop in their new Westerville office at 450 Altair Parkway and see how MB can be your everything bank, equal housing lender, and member FDIC. Pat Hunter, the referee, holding the basketball, 17 years as an official. Steve DeRodes, the U1, 14 years. And Kurt Schooley, 25 years, the U2. That is a crew with 56 years of experience as the Warriors control the opening tip, and they go right to the rim for the first points of this game. It's Elijah McCree that does it, and so the Warriors waste no time getting on the board here. They lead 2-0. McCree at better than 21 points a game. Top of the key, it's Drake Carr short. They skip it right side. Washington Junior's 3 is right there. 29 points, shy of 1,000 coming in. First year with Cincinnati Aiken at 22 points in their win. Their last outing on Friday night at Woodward. And Aiken, their first lead of the game. It's 3-2. Cornett, awesome screen action. His 3 no good. And the backside of the rebound, the backside of the rim, the defensive rebound to J. Rock McNeil. 3-2 Falcons moving right to left in this first half. Tyson Perkins going to D up. Washington underneath, got big and strong, but could not finish. Big Kevin Bly at 6'9". Cornett had a little bit of trouble controlling it, gets it to McCree. Long 2 is no good, and a defensive rebound again for the Falcons, averaging 75 a game and looking to push. And a couple of Warriors in the vicinity, and they're going to charge this one to Tyson Perkins. It's his first, team first. Just underway, Rick Cooper, the Westerville North Sports Network. Right side, it's Washington Jr., who lost the basketball. Taken away, and Tony Cornett with a one-handed jam at the other end. Cornett leaked loose, and the Warriors retake the lead. It's 4-3. Take it strong, big fella. 4-3 Warriors, 6:10 to play. Just inside that 3-point line, Drake Carr short, had it, lost it. Leaking is Tyson Perkins, and Perkins to the other end. Could not put in the left-handed layup on the right side of the rim, and it goes out of bounds back to Aiken. Falcons come in 9-5 overall. They're 5-1 in league play. And they will bring it up here out of the hand of 5'11 junior guard Chris Washington Jr. Goes to the right baseline now. That's big Drake Carr short. They got a ton of size out there with him at 6'7", wearing number 13, and big Kevin Bly wearing 12 at 6'9", and Washington Jr. got loose for his second 3. So all of a sudden, it's our 4th-tire lead change, and Aiken, their biggest lead of the game, it's at 2. Right baseline, it's Tyson Perkins. Perkins underneath Damian King, and he dropped it up and in. Damian King with his first 2. Ties it at 6 apiece. Warriors trying to get it, apply some pressure, and They're going to have to call a timeout as they could not get the basketball in. Sean Davis not happy with that inbound execution, and they have called a Sheets timeout. Get great tasting food made to order. Enjoy what you want when you want it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Sheets. You can order online at Sheets.com. Sheets is proud to support Central Ohio high school sports here on the Westerville North Sports Network. So tied at a half dozen. It is Sunday Night Hoops. I'm not used to saying that. Presented by Krieger Ford. Big thank you to Ryan Krieger and Chris Thomas, Westerville North grads. Krieger Ford on Morse Road, home of the Krieger commitment. Best cars, best people, and peace of mind. So tied at a half dozen. 2 minutes and about 45 seconds in. Seventh and final game of the day here. They will play 5 more games here tomorrow, and they got away with a walk there. J-Rock McDeal did, and he dropped it underneath, and the big fella, Kevin Bly, doesn't score a heck of a lot, under 5 a game, but he's in the books with his first 2. And the Falcons up 2. Good pass to get it there by Perkins around the perimeter. McCree, a good look from 3, no, and they're going to get a loose ball foul, I think, on Tyson Perkins. If it's on Tyson, it'll be his second. And we'll wait for official confirmation on the board, and it is. So, second on Tyson Perkins, second on the team. 4:40 to play opening quarter. Sunday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford. Rick Cooper, the Westerville North Sports Network. Great to have you with us from Ohio Dominican. Right side, it's Washington Jr. Underneath, it's Kevin Bly. Had it, lost it. Got the basketball back, did the Falcons. Ball on the floor. Players on the floor, and eventually a jump ball is going to be called here, and they are. And the possession arrow is going to keep it with Aiken. Both of these teams Division II this year. Last year, Aiken Division III got all the way to the state title game. They played 2 games ahead of Westerville North on that Friday. Was it March the 21st? That's a beautiful lob, and Damian King asleep at the wheel right there as they lobbed it in. Well, I'd like to see Damian King with a forearm in the chest of that big fella, 13, Dre Carr, short. Kind of let him grab it. Damian never saw basketball being inbounded. Right side jumper by Tony Cornett is no good. So the Falcons trying to build on a 4-point advantage. Underneath, Dre Carr short, got loose again. He's got 2 field goals, and this is a 6-point basketball game. And Shan Trustley says, let's talk about it. He's called the Sheets Warriors timeout. Professional truck drivers earn points with the new My Sheets Rewards program. Receive a free fountain drink or coffee each and every time you stop in and purchase 25 gallons of fuel. Visit Sheets.com for more details. Dr. Zach Steffen and the team at Steffen Family Dental, proud to support Central Ohio high school sports. You and your family will appreciate the convenient hours, even evening hours, and a convenient location at 54 Westerview Drive in Westerville. Visit SteffenFamilyDental.com. You may know Alexis Coleman is the Meyer Cake Girl, but did you know that Alexis recently launched her own business? It's called Cake Coven. It's a bakery that specializes in custom cakes and particularly buttercream designs. If you've got an idea, she's got an answer. Alexis Coleman and Cake Coven. As Cornett had it and lost it, you can visit the Cake Coven Facebook page to learn a lot more. 12-6 game, and Washington maybe a little bit out of control. Lost it, and it'll go back to Westerville North. Westerville North 9-1. Their only blemish to Lutheran East as part of a 3-game in 3-day stretch. And boy, I'm trying to think, was it Westland at home on Friday? Help me there, Coop. I'm trying to think of what they had. They go Saturday to Lindley School in West Virginia, the girls and the boys on that trip together, and then came home and played at Capitol against the Lutheran East, and that game went down to the wire. Warriors come up empty again. Hearing 3 minutes to play in the quarter, and a good take as they changed pace. And J-Rock McNeil, 2 years at Gamble Montessori, first year with Cincinnati Aiken. He has 2, and this is an 8-point basketball game. Nate Roman will step in and immediately hoist a 3. It's off the mark, and the Falcons maybe trying to build a double-digit lead in rhythm. Stepping into a 3 on the rim, no good. Rebound Elijah McCree. So the lead stays at 8. Good idea. I don't know how that got to Damian King, but he could not complete it. Bounced twice before it got to the junior defensive end, but unable to complete it. So it stays 14-6 as we near 2 minutes to play. Left side, Washington kind of stepped back, and he hit his third 3 of the quarter. All of a sudden, this is an 11-point basketball game. 17-6. Jacob Medhani, right side, Cornett had some space. His 3 no good. Nate Roman attacking the boards. He fell down with possession of the basketball. That would be a travel, but somebody aided in that falling to the ground. Trying to see who that was, I think. We'll see who they charge this to, Coop. Going to charge it to Chris Washington, number 1. Foul on nope, number 2, I beg your pardon. It's on J-Rock McNeil. Left side 3 is no good, and an offensive rebound for O'Kearney, who dumped it off underneath to Tony Cornett, who put it in. Second field goal for Tony, averages just better than 12 a game. Bigger and playing bigger than even a year ago, according to Shan Trustley. Step back again, Washington feeling it, no good, and O'Kearney came in to grab the rebound. O'Kearney in there for Damian King. McCree, you got to respect it. He shows 3. Goes to the rim, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Tell you, at the college game, there's no way they would have given him that call because he was in the restricted area, but by definition, there is no restricted area in high school basketball. Some officials will not give you that call if you're directly under the rim, but by the letter of the law, they're allowed to. They call the player control on Elijah McCree. Makes it 17-8 or keeps it 17-8. Into the lane, little step through by Washington. Tip no good by Carr short, but he got his own miss and put it in. He's got a half dozen. Averages 14 a game. Lead back up to 11. Cornett tried to jump stop, and they're going to get a reach here. Couple of guys in the vicinity. It could be Ivan Colvin. We'll see. And it is going to be Colvin. There's 5'9" junior guard, co-captain on this team that played again at a fellow league school in that CCPA in Cincinnati. They get it into Tony Cornett, and before I can finish the foul call, Tony lays it in. Half dozen for Tony. Under a minute to play in the quarter. Underneath, intercepted by the Warriors' best, Jacob Medhani. McCree shielded the defender with his shoulders and dropped it in. Elijah with his second field goal. Little mini run here to end the quarter. 4-0 has cut the deficit to 7. It's 19-12. Right wing, it's Chris Washington. Washington off a screen by Dre Carr short. Carr short into the lane. Trying to put it up. It never got there. 23 seconds to play. Shot clock is dark. Left baseline, Medhani's 3. Halfway down, O'Kearney was crashing, but Dre Carr short the rebound. Out to Washington. No holding it for 1. Went right to the rim. Under 10 to play. Warriors have an advantage. 5 on 2 if they want it. They do. McCree for 3 is right there. Elijah McCree hits a 3, and Westerville North a 7-0 run to end the quarter. They trailed by as many as 11, and now it's 19-15. Boy, it's hard when it's a 75-point-a-game basketball team. To tell them to hold it for 1 there. Had an advantage, they thought, in transition, but the fact that they missed it, and then Dre Carr short was slow getting up, and a couple other players got caught in the congestion, and the next thing you knew, Aiken had two guys back in transition against the 5 men from Westerville North. It was a 5-on-2 advantage, and it led to Elijah McCree getting a pretty good look on a 3 to beat the first half buzzer. Empirical Sound and Lighting is on your scoreboard tonight, now serving the Columbus area, offering audiovisual services for weddings, receptions, ceremonies, and seminars. Consider Empirical Sound and Lighting for your next event. Oasis City Church is a multicultural, spirit-filled community of believers that currently meets on Eastwind Drive in Westerville at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. They have a second campus, the North Spring campus, that is officially open. Sunday service times at 8:30 and 10:30. The North Spring campus located at 425 North Spring Road in Westerville, right across the street from Heritage Middle School and Westerville North High School. 9 a.m., 11 a.m. at Eastwind, 8:30 and 10:30 at the North Spring campus. Underway, Warriors in the midst of a 7-0 run to end the quarter. They trail 19-15. Went 25-2 a season ago, 9-1 this year. So doing the math, 34 of their last 37 games, they have been on top. McCree guarding somebody wearing Falcons purple and white, and that's somebody, before he could get to re-get possession of the basketball, it was Issa Koda who stepped out of bounds and turned it over. He's played only 2 games, 2 total points, 4th night with Aiken, 4th game after missing some time to focus on the academics, and they're going to say Nate Roman had a foot on that sideline. May have been aided by a bump by KJ Baldwin that was not called. KJ Baldwin is checked in, 5'9" junior guard, a Withrow transfer. His dad, Ty Cass, was actually the Aiken head coach from 2016 to 2020. Nearing 7 minutes to play, and what? They're going to say that a turnover here is going to give it back to Westerville North. What'd they say? Washington step on the sideline? Or ball went out of bounds off of Washington? Tyson Perkins and Nate Roman out there to handle the backcourt. McCree out there, and Shan Trusley, maybe worried about the rebounding right now, goes with Damian King and Desmond O'Canny together. Minute in to quarter number 2. Nate Roman back out to the left forecourt. Shot clock is at 15. Lingering was King. McCree double team. Goes right baseline to Tyson. 10 on the shot clock. Underneath King. Double pumped. Went to the left hand. No, but he was fouled. And Damian King will go to the line and shoot 2. Issa Kodak, the guilty party, his first, team first. And Damian King, 2-year varsity guy, first-year starter, took over for Nolan Fedak up at Trine University, medical redshirt this year after a knee injury early in the season. Boy, did Nolan Fedak do such a good job. There's always stories with teams that win state championships of guys that kind of fly under the radar screen. We always talk about Josh Harlan at Pickerington Central on those teams with Stiles and Royal and Gavin Headings and all these superstars. Boy, they just had a rock-solid point guard. I think Nolan Fedak is one of those guys, kind of unassuming, nothing flamboyant like all these guys, but just came out as that outlet pass ended up near Zach Fleer and 270 hoops in the corner, but just a guy that knew his role, did his job, and a guy that, anyway, just one of those pieces that many of them for Westerville North that you would say maybe they don't cut down the nets without. Little flare screen here to Tyson Perkins. Over to Damian King. Faces and fires. Was going to hand it off and said, heck with it. Fired the 17-footer and off the mark. Don't see that a whole heck of a lot. So the lead stays at 3. 19-16. Warrior advantage now an 8-0 run going back to the end of the first quarter. Good matchup here. Dre Carr short, 6'7" junior, working against Damian King. Damian altered it, but Kevin Bly got an offensive rebound. Back to Carr short, working against King. Little turnaround is no good, and Damian King used his body well. Warriors an advantage in transition. 3-on-1. Nate Roman extended and laid it in. Boy, Kevin Bly was in the vicinity lingering, and if Nate Roman doesn't extend, that one hits an Aiken cheerleader. Instead, it's a 10-0 run. And it's now a 1-point game. 19-18, and Tyson Perkins wants more and gets it. 3-on-3. Tyson into the lane, lost it, got it back and put it up and in. He is fearless in the land of the Giants. Tyson with his first two. The Warriors on a 12-0 run as Kevin Bly ends the 12-0 run and gives Aiken the lead. 21-20. Sean Davis immediately calls a Sheets Falcons timeout. So Westerville North, a 12-0 run at the end of the first and up until the 5:10 mark of the second when Kevin Bly leaves it in. Made it 20-19 after that 12-0 run. Aiken has answered. It's 21-20 here. Kyle Haskins is tonight's insurance agent of the game with Geico Insurance. Conveniently located on Sankis Boulevard in Columbus, they are ready to help save you and your family money while providing excellent insurance coverage. Remember Kyle Haskins and Geico Insurance. They are a family-owned small business. Tonight's insurance agent of the game. You can learn more at geico.com/Columbus-Haskins. Turbo Wash Car Wash is tonight's official game sponsor, offering the longest car wash tunnel in Central Ohio, offering a superior wash and dry. Wash it as many times as you'd like with no contracts and no hidden fees. 4 locations, Turbo Car Wash, TurboWashCarWash.com, including that one on IKEA Way over by Top Golf. 21-20, Falcons. Little pick and pop. King didn't take the bait this time, but he should have and shot it because he threw it away. To the other end, Damian contested well, walled up, lost it, got it back, still loose, and Medhani sky high to grab it. Good job by Damian. Missed an opportunity at one end and busted his rear end back to be a difference maker at the other as Tony Cornett just hit a 3. So Tony with a 9-point first half. It's our 9th tire lead change, and that one is stolen away. It's a 3-on-1, and McCree 2 more at the other end. Elijah with 11. Allows the Warriors to apply more pressure. They get a deflection taken away by Damian King. Here's McCree for 3. Kicked out on him. Rebound, Damian King blocked underneath. Here's Tyson for 3. Missed everything, and it goes out of bounds to Aiken. What effort right there by the Warriors. Boy, Sean Davis has talked about valuing the basketball. They had 28 turnovers in a game earlier in the year against Lima Senior. Got run off the floor. They have been a lot better. Had one bad blemish against Taft about 9 days ago. They turned it over 19 times, but have been a lot better of late, but a little bit shaky right now, and that one punched loose. McCree tried to aid or influence the officials, but I think that should stay here. Our crew here, veteran crew. Pat Hunter bringing the basketball in. 17 years. Steve DeRodes right in front of Lamont Tillman. And Kurt Schooley, the senior member of this crew, 25 years as a basketball official. Skip it right side to Chris Washington Jr. Needs 29 tonight for 1,000 in his career, and that one's going to help as he kisses it off the glass. The bank is open on Sundays in Columbus. He has hit 4 threes in this game. 10th tire lead change, 25-24. Good passing as Aikens looks like playing zone here, aren't they? Little 15-footer by Tony Cornett. Boy, Ben Pack and I were talking earlier today in this gymnasium. Both of us loved when we saw zone. The Warriors probably will too. Tony Cornett looked comfortable against it, got to the middle, and immediately raised up from about 16 feet. 27-24, under 3 minutes to play. Dre Carr short into the lane, and they're going to get a block on either Medhani or Damian King. So they charge this to, and they're going to charge it to Damian King. I want to say just one more thought on King. Yeah, he turned it over after passing up on that 17-footer. What you love about a kid, they're going to make mistakes, but again, busted his rear end back. Didn't try to play hero ball at the other end, just walled up against 6'9" or 6'7". I think it was 6'7" Carr short, and impacted the play on the other end of the floor. That's all you can ask as a basketball coach. 3 no good. Kevin Bly tried to chase it down, but Tony Cornette got there first. Warriors on a 2-on-1 if they want it. Into the lane, McCree dropped it off to Medhani, who double pumped no, but he'll shoot 2. Maybe big Kevin Bly. We'll see. Nope, they're going to say it's Ivan Colvin, and it's number 2 on the junior guard who started at the small forward tonight. Played last year, as we said, at CCPA in Cincinnati. If you're just joining us, 7 transfers on this Aiken team. They lost 87% of their offense from a year ago. And really the only guy back that had any experience from a year ago that was wearing an Aiken jersey was Drake Carr Short, who averaged about 5 a game. Second one is good again for Medhani, wasn't it? Was it Medhani? Yes, he's got 2. Warriors now 3 of 4 at the stripe, and they have opened up a 5-point advantage. It's their biggest lead of the game, and near the rim, hammering it in with 2 hands, is Kevin Bly. Second field goal for Bly. McCree working the baseline, sets up Tony. 2 for you, 3 for me. Tony with 16 in this first half, Ricky Cooper. He has 16 points in about 15 minutes. North up a half dozen. They have trailed by as many as 11 on a back-and-forth affair. They went on a 12-0 run late in the first, early in the second, and Drake Carr Short on the run, and traffic puts in 2 more. 8 for him. Right back at him. McCree, a tough shot with the left hand. Contested well by Aiken as we near a minute to play. Drake Carr Short spinning against Damian King. King got a piece of the basketball, and it's taken away there by Tony Cornette. Sean Davis and his staff wanted the foul called. Nothing was. And we hit a minute to play with 25 on the shot clock. Warriors find themselves in a battle here in the battle of the 6-1-4 final game of the night. 32-28, and that one taken away. Intercepted or taken away by Washington Jr. Colvin underneath against Medhani and hung in there and put it in. Medhani sky high to contest, and Colvin undersized at 5'9", but he kind of hung there just a little bit longer than Jacob and double pumped and put it in. About a 7-second differential between your game clock and the shot clock. Left side, McCree is too strong, and a rebound to Kevin Bly. Outletted it underneath the opposing team's basket. That's a no-no, but live to talk about it. 15 to play in the half. Shot clock is dark. Falcons can hold it for 1. They trail by 2. Washington lost it, got into the hands of Bly, no good. Kevin going to turn around and jump hook, no good. 3 seconds left. Perkins will try to beat the buzzer. It would count if it goes. And Tyson Perkins hit net, but not rim. And that's how a very entertaining first half of basketball will end. Westerville North goes on a 17-11 run in the second quarter, and the Warriors have taken a 32-30 advantage here at Ohio Dominican in the battle of the 6-1-4. So halftime here at ODU in a little shot clock event, 19 games. This is game number 14. We'll play 5 more tomorrow on Martin Luther King Day, and this one may be the best one we have seen since we have been here at ODU. 11 ties or lead changes. Aiken is led by as many as 11. Westerville North, their biggest lead is 6. They lead by 2 as we go to the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. It is Sunday Night Hoops. It's presented exclusively by Krieger Ford, 1800 Morse Road in Columbus, home of the Krieger Commitment. Best cars, best people, and peace of mind. Shop at KriegerFord.com today. So coming up, the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. We'll take a look at tonight's Turbo Wash Car Wash halftime stats. We're going to give you a little update on a distinguished alum. I think we're going to try to start doing this a little bit more tonight. Going to focus on a guy from a season ago that's playing college basketball. We'll do that coming up on the halftime report at all. At halftime, all season long, we're excited to get to share with you some money-saving tips for you and your family on the CME Federal Credit Union Money Saving Minute. CME Federal Credit Union provides hometown service and financial options designed to help members thrive. They have 5 locations in Central Ohio, including the location at 428 South State Street in Westerville. Big thank you to Carrie Mercer, Cassie Gress, and CME Federal Credit Union. And without any further ado, we present to you tonight's CME Federal Credit Union Money Saving Minute, halftime here at Ohio Dominican.
Cassie here with the CME Money Saving Minute. Want to stretch your dollars without missing out on fun? Keep an eye on everyday spending, like coffee, snacks, or streaming, because those small costs add up fast. Setting a budget for extras can free up money for bigger goals, like vacations or college savings. CME Federal Credit Union has tools to make budgeting easy. Learn more today at cmefcu.org.
We are all searching for a place to belong, a place to fit in, a place to call home. We long for solid ground that allows us to grow far beyond our dreams, seeking guidance as we navigate life's lessons. Leaning on others' experiences to help unlock our full potential. Desiring authentic relationships, meaningful conversations, people to push us to success. Striving to define our purpose, find our mission, and following God's calling to change the world. We are all searching.
Ohio Dominican, we're at halftime, and we welcome you to the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. We'll take a look at the Turbo Wash halftime stats and a lot more here on the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. CME's Ohio's number one credit union, CME Federal Credit Union, helping members reach their goals with better rates and stronger financial plays. You can learn more at CMEFCU.org. We take a look, first of all, at Westerville North. They had, 6 guys score in that first half, and Tony Cornett with 16 of Westerville North's 32 points in the half. He has been sensational, hitting shots from the perimeter, working around the rim as well. 16 for Tony, which is a game high in the first 16 minutes. They get 7 tonight from Elijah McCree, including a 3. They get 3 3.5 for Damian King, and then 2 for Tyson Perkins, 2 for Nate Roman, and 2 for Jacob Midhani. Westerville North 3 of 4 at the charity stripe in this first half for 75%. We are in the midst of the Turbo Wash Car Wash halftime stats. Turbo Wash is proud to support Central Ohio high school sports. Enjoy the longest car wash tunnel in Central Ohio for a superior wash and dry. And with a Turbo Wash monthly membership plan, you can wash your car as often as you'd like with no contracts and no hidden fees. It pays for itself in fewer than 2 washes. Turbo Wash is cleaner, faster, and better with 4 Central Ohio locations, including the one across from Top Golf. For the Aiken Falcons, they had 5 different guys score. They got a dozen tonight from Chris Washington Jr., who is now 17 points away from 1,000 in his career. Again, first year with Aiken, played with their big 6'9" center Kevin Bly at Purcell Marion a season ago for a couple of years there. And number 2 in the area, in the league, in assists at 7.8 a game. But right now, the leading scorer came in averaging 20. He's at 12 points right now. Dre Carr short added 8 points. They get 4 from the center, Kevin Bly, his running mate. Washington's at Purcell Marion, and 2 apiece for Ivan Colvin and 2 for J. Rock McNeil. The Falcons did not attempt a free throw in that first half. Westerville North trailed 19-15 at the end of 1. The Warriors trailed by as many as 11 in that opening quarter. They went on a 7-0 run to end the first quarter, extended that. They went 5-0 in the start of the second, so it was a 12-0 run before Aiken eventually scored. And Ricky Cooper, I'm looking for my note. It came at about the 5:16 mark, I think, of the second quarter when Kevin Bly laid one in. It ended a 12-0 run. North had taken a 20-19 advantage at that point, but North did win the second quarter 17-11, and it takes us to our halftime score: Westerville North 30 and Aiken 32-30, I should say, at the half. And Westerville North, as I said, won that second quarter 17-11. In terms of foul trouble for Aiken, Ivan Colvin, one of their guards who started tonight, is the only guy with 2, and Tyson Perkins, who, as aggressive as he is, Ricky Cooper, he's almost never in foul trouble. Well, he had 2 fouls in that first half. It was a pretty clean half. Westerville North committed 4 in the first quarter, no fouls in the second, and Aiken with only 3 as a team, 2 in the first quarter and 1 in the second. Those are tonight's Turbo Wash Car Wash halftime stats. Become a Turbo Wash Prime member and enjoy VIP treatment, including a dedicated VIP lane and license plate recognition, which means no more ugly windshield stickers. Turbo Prime memberships can start saving you money after only 2 washes in a month. Check out TurboWashCarWash.com for membership options or to sign up today. They have 4 locations in Central Ohio. I want to share a little player profile. I'm going to try to do this as much as we can. A distinguished alumni, Micah Young, the 6'2 guard that was a 4-year starter at Westerville North, was a 1,000-point scorer, high school All-American, McDonald's High School All-American, 3-time All-State, second team as a senior, went to Concord University, was playing up there, was averaging about 7 or 8 points coming off the bench. Well, they decided to insert him into the starting lineup on Wednesday. He has started the last 2 games, and on Wednesday night, he erupted for 39 points. He never had 39 at Westerville North. He was good. This was really good. 39 points, 7 rebounds, 14 of 28 from the field, 4 of 7 on threes, 7 of 9 at the free throw line. He has scored 62 points over the last 2 games since he has been inserted into the starting lineup, and the team is 10-5. I think Micah Young maybe wanted to get into that starting lineup. You think? 39 points the first night they finally said, let's start this guy. Boy, we miss you here in Cardinal and Gold, Micah Young, but boy, we're excited to see how they are using you in Concord, West Virginia. Just one of so many, and we're going to try to highlight some of those guys at halftime during the rest of the regular season and hopefully during this state tournament run. So congrats. Congratulations to Micah Young and Concord University. Just about set to get things underway, and that means we put a wrap on the CME Federal Credit Union halftime report. Those were the Turbo Wash Car Wash halftime stats. Since 1935, CME has delivered financial services rooted in community and focused on members. CME Federal Credit Union, banking that has your back. 428, thank you. 428 South State Street in Westerville. As Aiken, maybe a quick shot, maybe a poor shot there to start this second half. Tyson Perkins tried to get into the land of the Giants. His attempt was blocked underneath. Damian King used the rim to his advantage. Somebody was lingering. Damian went to the reverse and laid it in. And they're going to say one of the Falcons had a foot on that sideline and stepped on that sideline. It's a turnover back to Westerville North. Damian King, that's an intelligent play. Knows there's size around the rim. Let's use that rim as a shield. 34-30. It was McNeil, J-Rock McNeil, that took that first ill-advised shot on the opening possession of this third quarter. There's a miss. Medhani faces from about 17, no good. And up high to grab the rebound is big Dre Carr Short, looking to push for the Falcons. Underneath, Rainbow by Colvin, who kind of shot that one unorthodoxly, if that's a word. Under 7 minutes to play. Tyson to the other end with the right hand, no good. Carr Short the rebound, going to try to keep it himself. And against Tyson Perkins, that's dangerous, but he lives to talk about it. Goes to the rim and lays into himself. Cuts the deficit in half. Medhani looked unorthodox on that 17-footer, and it's going to go off Damian King and out of bounds. Just didn't look comfortable there, did he? Didn't look like a normal Jacob Medhani raise from 17. Yeah, that's Russian roulette, whatever you want to call it. Playing with fire. Dre Carr Short at 6'7", with Tyson Perkins on his side, but had just enough of an advantage. And again, kind of used the rim to his advantage. Try to go backdoor there. Kevin Bly, not his best effort, but it got to a Falcon anyway. Washington tried to dump it off to Bly. Good job by Tony. Not sure where they were defensively. All I know is Tony Cornett sagged, dropped, helped in a hurry. And if he doesn't, Kevin Bly is probably hanging on a rim right now. 34-32. They'll inbound it to Colvin on that right side. About 2 minutes in, Washington right back to Colvin on the baseline. 3 no good, and Damian King, the only guy for either team near the dotted area to get it. McCree, the step through, and he lost the basketball and was the last one to touch it. It'll go back to Aiken. Aiken does not play again until Saturday when they go to St. Xavier. Home against Western Hills. That's a league game on Tuesday the 27th. Warriors are also off on Tuesday. They'll go to the house that Adam Vincenzo and Jesse Burris built. They'll be up at Steve Gleason Camp Country next Friday night at Delaware Hayes. We'll have that game for you. That one is knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went out of bounds off a Falcon. Sean Davis, their 22-year-old head coach. He works with autistic kids as an aide at Hughes High School. That's his alma mater. First year head coach. Spent 3 years with Darrell Black, who stepped away, young guy, mid-30s, spent time with family, more time, and they give the job to the 22-year-old as Tony, off some screen action, drops it in again. Didn't see what happened till it was too late, but somebody freed up Tony Cornett going left to right at the block. Warriors have led by as many as 6. They lead by 4 here, and Chris Washington, they're going to say the basket is good, and Washington was fouled. See who they charge this to. It'll be charged to Damian King. It's number 2 on King. First foul on Westerville North since back in the opening quarter. Has made it a 2-point game. Chris Washington with points 13 and 14. Was a 2-year kid at Purcell Marion High School. Played there, as we said, with the starting 5-man tonight, Kevin Bly. No freshmen, 3 sophomores, 4 juniors, and 8 seniors on this Cincinnati Aiken team. They were D3 a year ago, but with all these transfers, their competitive balance number went up. King underneath, Cornett stepping into a 3 on the rim, no good. Washington the rebound, and they're going to get a loose ball foul. It'll be number 3 on Tyson Perkins. Chantrusly quickly and immediately gets Nate Roman off the bench. Tyson will have to sit down with 2 points and 3 fouls. The way it was kind of set up was that where you were in terms of classification was a 2-year commitment. So if you had 100 new students come in and it should move you from Division II to Division I, you would not get moved. You were locked in for 2 years. The only exception was if your competitive balance number changed, as Damian King's outlet looked closer to Steve Furness and Matt Skaggs at the scorer's table here than it did to the outlet guard. But so it's the only way you could change, unless you decided to move up to Division I, which some schools did. But the only other way it could happen is if you had guys transfer to your school, open enroll, they don't live in your district, and they get charged as a student more than just one kid. If that makes sense. If a kid lives 6 districts away from your school and they open enroll, they don't get charged as just one kid. They get charged as one plus the 6 districts that they decided to drive through to get to your school. Foul here is charged on number 3. That's Ivan Colvin. It is his 3rd. And so with some of these transfers, their competitive balance number went up, and now instead of being one of the bigger D3 schools in the area, they are now one of the smaller Division II schools. As we told you in the North Star Family Dental pregame show, Westerville North is the biggest Division II school in the state. Good 2-man game, and Damian King, no, but he'll shoot 2. Good courage by Damian King to take it right at the chest of the 6'9", high-level rim protector is what Sean Davis called him. And Damian King will go to the line and shoot Westerville North's 5th and 6th free throws of this game. And he bends the knees and hits. So Damian King in the books with a half dozen. It's easier to say to do than to actually do it, Ricky Cooper, but that's the way you're supposed to go at a shot blocker, isn't it? Don't let those hands extend. Take it right to the teeth, right to the chest. And again, that's easy for play-by-play announcers to say and not the guy doing it. Damian King did, makes 2 free throws, and Chantrusly after the make says, let's call a Sheets Warriors timeout. Great tasting food made to order with only the freshest ingredients. Why the Sheets not? Enjoy what you want when you want it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Sheets. I do want to say thanks to Crystal and the team at Firehouse Subs. They fed our crew today while we were here all day watching this basketball event. And boy, you want to sign up for the Firehouse Rewards program. It's absolutely free, and you'll get a chance right now for the rest of January to take advantage. They call them T-Mobile Tuesdays, but they're available every day through the end of January. You buy a medium hook and ladder sub, which is their signature sub. They'll give you a second one free. The hook and ladder smoked turkey breast, Virginia ham, honey ham, Monterey Jack cheese, all the fixins. Again, T-Mobile Tuesdays. You order on the app, buy one, get one on medium hook and ladder subs at Firehouse Subs. Open tonight till 9. Open every day till 9. 2140 Polaris Parkway. You can also take advantage of that special online at firehousesubs.com. So I want to say also thanks to Jason's Deli at Polaris. Whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, they can deliver, providing variety, value, and quality ingredients you and your guests can feel good about. Call them or order online at jasonsdeli.com. Coming out of that Sheets timeout as we hit the midway point of this 3rd quarter, and that ball goes out of bounds, and it's kind of an unforced error. Back to Westerville North. Chantrusly's Chick-fil-A lineup. Looks like that's Elijah McCree, Tony Cornett, Desmond O'Canny, the football tight end, Nate Roman in there, along with Elijah McCree. So they go 7 deep on most nights, and they're 6th and 7th man in there together right now. Tyson Perkins on the bench with 3, and Damian King a breather as Nate Roman missed on the 3. McCree's put back no good, and a flat-footed rebound to Kevin Bly for Aiken. He's looking to push. Underneath, blocked by Tony Cornett as Sam Griffin is checked in. His first appearance, runner is right there. Boy, Ivan Colvin made that look easy. It was not. Beautiful runner. Sam Griffin, number 0, has checked in. Older brother Samante was a football player and played on that last Final Four basketball team at Aiken in 2016. Was the school's all-time leading passer before this season when he was surpassed. And Chris Washington Jr. put it in, points 15 and 16, and has tied this game at 38 with our 12th tire lead change. Underneath, Tony put it up, and they're going to call a jump ball before he shot the basketball. Here comes Damian King. Tyson Perkins going to come back into this game at the 2:41 mark of this third quarter with those 3 fouls. But Sam Griffin, played last year on the Aiken JV team, giving Sean Davis 5.1 points, 2.2 rebounds. He was one of those guys that started in place of Kevin Bly earlier in the year, but is now kind of settled in to an 8th or 9th man, 7th man role. Had 4 points, 2 assists in their win at Woodward on Friday night. Underneath, good 2-man game. Damian King did everything right, and Kevin Bly still blocked his shot. Off the offensive rebound, McCree's 3 is no good, and a good battle by Dre Carr Short to come out of there with the rebound. Sam Griffin, a little half spin into the lane. O'Canny got a piece of it, and good hustle as O'Canny and Sam Griffin to the ground. I think Griffin got the worst of that, maybe face to the floor as Desmond O'Canny was racing to the basketball. He's able to get up, and Nate Roman will sit down. O'Canny's going to stay in the game. So who's the other guy? Tony went out. Tony Cornett will sit down with 18 points. So the Warriors will have to score without the guy that has scored 18 of their 38. 2:07 to play, third quarter. Sunday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford as they inbounded here to J-Rock McNeil. This one taken away by Tyson Perkins, and Tyson had it blocked. Shan Trustley, Lawrence Pack, they want the goaltend that was not called. Underneath, Carr Short, little 6-footer is right there. So theoretically, it not only cost him points at one end, but it cost him 2 at the other. Damian King went to the left hand strong, but unable to put it in. Carr Short the rebound, and he'll push himself. 40-38 underneath. He put in 2 more. Dre Carr Short with 14, and all of a sudden, Aiken back on top by 4. Medhani underneath King. After a couple shots blocked, elects to pull it back out. Even when they don't block the shot, they contest well. King out there trying to create some space for Tyson. Tyson underneath, though. O'Canny had his shot blocked up close. Taken away by the Falcons. It's a 2-on-1. McCree at the other end said no. It's a 2-on-1. McCree underneath O'Canny. Let's count the basket. And they're going to say Desmond was fouled as well. Set up by the high-level rim protector is what they'll call Elijah McCree on this night. The basket is good for Desmond O'Canny. They'll charge the foul to Kevin Bly, who tried to close out quickly. Comes in averaging 2.4 blocks a game, but missed that one and hit Damian King instead. 42-40. King's free throw, or make that O'Canny's free throw, is right there. So a bucket for Desmond O'Canny. He'll come out of the game. Tony Cornett's breather is over. At that point, really just trying to survive for a minute or two while Tony gets some rest. To the other end, no good. Second attempt, no good. The Falcons had a third try, but it never got there. Slapped out of the hands of maybe Washington Jr. and taken away by the Warriors, who trail by one. Tyson into the lane, eludes and dropped it in. Navigating his way through the land of the Giants. Tyson with 4, 15th tire lead change. Runner by Washington is perfectly done. Chris Washington with 18. Makes it 44-43. Shot clock is dark. 12 seconds to play, third quarter. Sunday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford. Lawrence Pack wants a Damian King screen out here. Tyson into the lane. Tried to step through, put it up, no. And they're going to call a foul with 1.1 seconds left. Not that sure that's what Lawrence Pack wanted. Was not necessarily perfectly executed, but when you have an all-state guard like Tyson Perkins, you can get away with that. Issa Cota does not like the call, still has his hands kind of in the air and then kind of gesturing. Not only did I not foul him, but Tyson fouled me. Hit me with an elbow is what Issa Cota said. First one for Tyson Perkins is good and has knotted this basketball game at 44 apiece with our 18th tire lead change. Second one, rim backboard, rim again. So Tyson with a half dozen. This one would count, but it comes up short. And so again, the word entertaining. This has been a back and forth affair. There have been a couple of times you thought Aiken was going to run away with it. And several times, same thing with Westerville North, but it seems like these teams continue to have an answer. Aiken wins that quarter 14-13, and it's 45-44. Westerville North clinging to a 1-point advantage as we head to the fourth and final stanza. We have said this, our crew, family relatives, most of them, that we have not called a competitive Westerville North basketball game since the Ignatius and Orange games back in early December last year. We have not had a close game. Remember, Westerville North won their 6 state tournament games, that postseason run, by an average of 38.3 points a game. So we don't even know what to do with a game like this, but it has been fun here at Ohio Dominican. Thanks to Roosters for their support of our broadcast coverage. Award-winning wings, pizza, salads, and more. Locations in New Albany or Polaris. It's a fun, casual joint and a proud supporter of Central Ohio high school sports. We say thanks to Mike Freight and Fitness 19, sometimes on your scoreboard. Not tonight, as they share that role with Empirical Sound and Lighting, family-friendly facility that offers the largest free weight center in Westerville, brand new treadmills, professional personal trainers. It is a gym geared for results. Click on the link in the comment section to learn more or to join today. Underway here in the fourth quarter, and Griffin got loose but then turned it away. Into the lane, Tony running well, and he's got a good running mate that found him. Tyson Perkins hit him in stride. Tony Cornett in the midst of a 20-point night. And Westerville North back up by 3. 30 seconds into this fourth and final quarter on a shot clock event here at Ohio Dominican. 35-second shot clock. Resets on every offensive rebound. The only time it doesn't reset is when it's knocked out of bounds by the defense. The offense keeps it, or on a kickball. If it's under 20, it would go back to 20, but everything else kind of resets to 35, and miscommunication there as Jaden J-Rock McNeil, I think, thought Griffin. Was it Griffin over there? Or maybe Ivan Colvin. Either way, thought he was flowing to the basket. There just wasn't much room to do any flowing over there, and the basketball ended up out of bounds. Tyson Perkins cleared some space. 15-footer, no good. Damian King just wanted to rebound more than anybody in purple. Left side, it's Perkins. Underneath, Cornett got big and finished. Tony didn't have to do all that, but he didn't know it. The only guy lingering was 5'9" Ivan Colvin, but he still put it in, and now they turn it over. It's a 3-on-1. Now 3-on-3. Cornett underneath to McCree, and that pass was deflected out of bounds. Elijah McCree, 7 points in this game. He has not scored here in the second half. Sam Griffin will sit down for Aiken. Did not see who the Aiken substitution was, did you? It was 12. Kevin Bly is back in, and something here, a turnover. Ball went out of bounds, back to Aiken. The Falcons in at 9-5. They're 5-1, and Lamont Tillman is asking for the 5-second count, and he gets it. Did a couple hops over there, and finally Kurt Schooley, the senior member of this crew, agreed. 25 years as an official. Into McCree on that right baseline. McCree worked hard to get to the right block, dropped it off to Tony. He'll bring it back out. With 25 on the shot clock. Cornett into the lane, double pump, got undercut a little bit. Damian King, another offensive rebound. Here's McCree off the chaos of the offensive rebound. He relocated and tripled. You knew he was going to get hot at some point. Wasn't going to miss the entire second half. He is way too good. Warriors' biggest lead of the game, 52-44. Under 6 minutes to play. Left side three is too strong, and Tyson Perkins just boxed out big Kevin Bly. Tyson got the step and put it in. The hesitation by Tyson Perkins. It started at the other end of the floor when the 5'9" junior guard boxed out 6'9" Kevin Bly to get the rebound. And after a hesitation, nobody stopped basketball at the other end. And Tyson Cornett now with 8. And Westerville North, their biggest lead of this game, it's at 10. It's a Smile Doctors Warriors timeout. Timeout on the floor, 5:46 to play in the game, North by 10. We say thanks to Oasis City Church, a multicultural, spirit-filled community of believers that currently meets on Eastwind Drive in Westerville, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Their second campus, the North Spring campus. Sunday service times at 8:30 and 10:30. Of course, that North Spring campus right across from Heritage Middle School and Westerville North High School. You can visit oasiscitychurch.com to learn more. You may know Alexis Coleman is the Westerville Meyer Cake Girl, but did you know that Alexis recently launched her own business? It's called Cake Coven. It's a bakery that specializes in custom cakes and in particular buttercream designs. Take a look at some of the designs on your screen right now. Absolutely incredible. She is locally owned. She is easy to work with. Her prices are reasonable. And Westerville basketball fans, you use that promo code on your screen, WNBB10, and they'll take $10 off at checkout of your next order. Big thank you to Alexis Coleman and Mark and the rest of the team at Cake Coven. They get a steal here, and Tony nearly lost it. Fortunate it got to Tyson. He threw it away, and to the other end, Dre Carr short hammers it in. 16 for Dre Carr short. Sean Davis immediately after the slam dunk calls a Sheets Falcons timeout. Earn 5 points for every dollar spent in store with the new My Sheets Rewards loyalty program. You will go from a fan to a friend and ultimately freak. Visit Sheets.com for all the details. Stephan Family Dental is tonight's dentist of the game. Westerview Drive in Westerville. They are providing quality family dentistry and putting patients first for more than 40 years. You can learn more at StephanFamilyDental.com. We also say thanks tonight again to Empirical Sound and Lighting. You see them on your scoreboard. They offer a variety of rental services, sound and lighting systems to staging, backline, and video projection. Whether your event is big or small, Empirical has got you covered. Empirical Sound and Lighting, now serving the Columbus area. Check out EmpiricalSound.com for more information. And Kyle Haskins with Geico Insurance is tonight's insurance agent of the game, here to serve you and your family and save you money while providing excellent insurance coverage. They are a family-owned business. They are tonight's official insurance agent of the game. Visit geico.com/Columbus-Haskins to learn more. 54-46 as we near 5 minutes to play. Final game of the day here at this 614 shot clock battle at Ohio Dominican. They'll play 5 more tomorrow. McCree, Damian King gave him a little space. He gave him an inch, and he took 3 feet. Elijah McCree with 13. All of a sudden, this is a double-digit deficit for the Falcons, who came in averaging 75 a game, but they have not seen a defense quite like this. They're sitting at 46. Little half spin, 17-footer, no good. J-Rock McNeil caught it and put it in. Boy, much needed for Aiken. Jaden McNeil with only his second field goal makes it a 4-point game, 57-48 as we hit 4.5 minutes to play in the game. Sunday Night Hoops presented by Krieger Ford, and that one not a very good decision. Some miscommunication there, and Ivan Colvin says we're not done without a fight. A lay-in and makes it a 7-point game, and now Kurt Schooley coming over, and maybe that shot clock started just a couple of seconds early. Yep, they're going to put it back to 35. It was on 26 there, and 35's not right. Schooley is going to say 4 seconds ran off. That's the first time in a day and a half that I have seen a shot clock issue as McNeil knocked that out of the hands of Tyson Perkins. Talk to these coaches. Seems like everybody is in favor of the shot clock, but the thing you hear time and time again is we want it run well. We want people at the table that are competent. It's going to cost money to implement it. As McCree's 3 no good, Tyson an offensive rebound, and it has been run well. They have brought in some college shot clock operators from Ohio State, Capital, ODU, and has gone pretty much without a hitch. Little stop and start by McCree as the shot clock now under 20. McCree faces and fires, contested well by Carr Short, but an offensive rebound. Tony hung in the air and went to the left hand and put it in. 24 tonight for Tony Cornett, and a foul at the other end, and free throws upcoming. It was J-Rock McNeil. Westerville North fans don't like it. Lawrence Pack is asking for the jump ball, but it's not how they saw it. Tony Cornett with a new career high. Had 22 against Franklin Heights a couple of years ago on December the 8th of 23. Now with a new career high as McCree nearly stole that one. They're going to say it went off of Elijah with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to play. 30 on the shot clock, 3:25 to play. They'll inbound it. They do so to J-Rock McNeil. McNeil out to the right wing. Half spin. Tony jumped him. Westerville North took it away. Outlet pass was deflected. Fortunate to get to Tyson. Warriors will set things up with 3:10 to play in a 9-point game. Lawrence Pack, kind of the offensive coach on this team, directing traffic. Warriors running a set. Tony to the top of the key. Left side, Tyson taking a lot of time here. Shot clock at a dozen. Medhani, right wing. Underneath Tyson, double pump, no, but he'll get 2. I'm going to charge this foul to J-Rock McNeil. I bet you Kevin Bly on the hour and 45-minute bus ride home, I bet you one of the things that he says, Ricky Cooper, on that bus ride home, which will either feel like 45 minutes or 3 hours and 45 minutes, I think he's going to say that he has never played against a guy 5'9" that has taken it to him as fearlessly as junior Tyson Perkins. There's nobody else that would do that. Nobody at 5'9" that would get down there, and there were 2 bodies lingering there. This young man is absolutely fearless. Second one, good again. And what you love about him, as good as he is, team leader in every major statistical category except scoring, about as unassuming as brothers Micah and Ty. Just lets his game talk. 61-50. They got a good double team, and he nearly stole another one. And he did. And Pat Hunter is going to give this ball to Cincinnati Aiken, and Damian King and everybody in this building Cannot believe it. That's the worst call of the event right there. That was blatantly off of Cincinnati Aiken. Still an 11-point game. Here in 2.5 to play. Right side, it's Washington. A lot of dribbling against Damian King. Scooped it on the rim, no good. Rebound, Tony Cornett. Tyson, former wide receiver in football, played with the team as a freshman. Able to run under that one and then got to the rim and did it again. Tyson Perkins with 10 in the second half. 12 in the game. 13-point game. Biggest lead and good hustle by Damian King, but it goes out of bounds off of King. Lawrence Pack standing up, applauding the effort. Warriors down as many as 11 in that first half. It was that run at the end of the first quarter, start of the second, that really propelled this team, and Damian King with a little bit of a Barack Obama bailout. Trey Carter short was in a little bit of trouble, a little bit out of control, and Damian bailed him out a little bit and picks up his fourth. Second on the team in the quarter. Trey was in the act of shooting. He'll get 2. These are the first free throws of this entire basketball game for Cincinnati Aiken. Trey Carr short, 6'7" junior forward, getting some interest from the home that Antonio Gates built up at Kent State. Second one good again. He's got 18, including 10 in this second half. And Sean Davis, right after Westerville North brought it in, I think they're going to say didn't even bring it in. Maybe we're going to bring it out with a fresh 35 and 2:01 to play. Calls a Sheets timeout. One final time, we say thanks to Stephan Family Dental. They are a proud supporter of North Athletics. They provide comprehensive treatment plans and thorough communication throughout the process. It leads to outstanding, predictable results. You can call them at 794-3629 or visit StephanFamilyDental.com. We also say thanks again to Kyle Haskins with Geico Insurance, conveniently located on Sankis Boulevard in Columbus. They are here to serve you and your family, save you money while providing excellent insurance coverage. Remember, Kyle Haskins and Geico Insurance, family-owned small business, tonight's insurance agent of the game. Learn more at geico.com/Columbus-Haskins. One final time, we say thanks to Mike Freight, Megan Freight, and Fitness 19. They are the official fitness center of the Westerville North Sports Network. Lifestyles and careers have changed over the years. Fitness 19 has too. They now offer 24-hour member access so you can work out on your own time. They have month-to-month memberships. They start with as little as $10 down. Click on the link in the comments section to learn more. To join now. Fitness 19 is proud to support the Warriors. 63-52. Warriors 69% free throw shooting team, but worth noting Aiken has only committed 1 as a team. They would have to commit 4 more fouls to get Westerville North into a penalty situation. They're going to use that shot clock, and they're going to use the fact that Elijah McCree lost the basketball, putting it between his legs. So an unforced error there. With still plenty of time on the shot clock. That's exactly what Sean Davis is looking for, even utilizing the shot clock. They don't have enough time to do that, as Colvin did a good job of staying under control. Tony came over to help, was thinking about trying to draw the charge, and Colvin under control, avoided him and laid it in. 63-54, and they commit a foul with 1:27 to play. It's Issa Koda who will check in and commit the foul. He has picked up 3 fouls in very limited minutes in this basketball game. Chantrusly out there right now with the starting 5. Tony Cornett, Damian King down low, McCree, Medhani, and Tyson Perkins out there. Koda, the most athletic guy on this team, trying to defend Perkins. Over to Tony Cornett, and the Warriors content. Heck, you could take the shot clock violation. Better to do that than shoot early. Tyson Perkins, and what? They're going to call a 5-second count. Kurt Schooley may be a little quick with that whistle. Well, that's okay. 1:07 to play. Falcons still have to commit 3 fouls to get North into the bonus. 60 seconds to play. 3 by Washington, no good. Damian King, a defensive rebound, and King is fouled with 56.1 seconds to play. They'll charge it to Jaden McNeil. It's his third, team third. Remember, as we said, this Aiken team went 27-2 a year ago. They lost to Trotwood Madison in the final regular season game of the year. After 21 straight wins, they get a steal here. And then Colvin, count the basket, and he was fouled. They're going to call the foul after the steal on Elijah McCree. It's his second, and Ivan Colvin, the heart of a champion in this fourth quarter, he is going down with a fight. And the free throw is no good, but an offensive rebound to Coda. All I was going to say is they lost in the state final, lost everybody basically off that roster, as Chris Washington Jr. now with 20, and this is a two-possession game. Damian King, get rid of it, chew up the clock, half minute to play, and they commit a foul with 31 seconds. It'll go on Washington, and now the Falcons a foul away from making Westerville North hit free throws. The point of that story is they are now a Division II school, and so this is a team that, boy, you could see them again in the state tournament. Would have to be in the state semis or the state finals, and Elijah McCree is your shooter as Chris Washington fouls quickly. Falcons are now officially over the limit with 29.3 to play in this basketball game. So Elijah McCree will shoot free throws 12 and 13. Westerville North with a 7-point advantage at the charity stripe tonight. Aiken has made 2 free throws. North has made 9. First one is up and in. Elijah McCree had a cold spell midway through this game. You knew it wasn't going to last forever. Couple of big buckets down the stretch, and this free throw here would make it a 3-possession game. O'Canny maybe coming to the table for some defense here, and the second one is good. So O'Canny will check in as McCree with a quiet 15 tonight, but we'll take it. Damian King will sit down. 3-possession game, 25 to play. They'll let Washington go to the rim. He's got 22, and Sean Davis is going to call a Sheets full timeout with 22.5 to play in the game. Sheets again, where you can get fresh made to order food, only the freshest ingredients. Enjoy what you want when you want it, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Sheets. We say thanks again to Firehouse Subs on Polaris Parkway as the crew that fed our crew tonight. We were here all day working hard. Thank you to Crystal and the team. 2140 Polaris Parkway, 614-396-7801. Sign up for the Firehouse Rewards program. You can do that. Download the Firehouse Subs app. Go to firehousesubs.com and make sure you take advantage of T-Mobile Tuesdays. Those are valid the entire month. Kind of a strange name when it's all day, every day. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Stop in there, pick up buy a medium hook and ladder sub. They'll give you a second medium hook and ladder sub free. It's smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, Monterey Jack cheese, and all the fixins. T-Mobile Tuesdays. Boy, thank you, Crystal, and that outstanding team at Firehouse Subs. Some of our crew loves Firehouse Subs. Others had never had it. We all walk out of Ohio Dominican University loving Firehouse Subs now. 65-60 after the Washington lay-in. Back to a 2-possession game, and Jaden J. Rockham McNeil commits a foul quickly with 22 to play. Falcons over the limit, so Westerville North has been in the 70s the last couple of years at the stripe. 73% last year, 73% 2 years ago. They were in the 50s and then low 60s earlier in the year. They have moved that up to 69%, and the first one is no good. So regardless of what happens here, this will be a 2-possession game. They will sit down Coda, who was in there to commit fouls, and bring back in Kevin Bly. Chris Washington Jr. is back in. So McNeil, Washington, Bly, along with Drake Carr Short, and lingering at the other end, kind of the guy that has really gotten them going in this second half. Colvin with 10, 8 in the second half. The second one is no good, so the lead stays at 5. Washington Jr. just threw the basketball out of bounds. He had Drake Carr Short over there in the left forecourt, had Jaden McNeil in the area, and threw it, kind of bisected him. So some mathematics terms. Everybody's off school tomorrow. Threw it in between them. Ended up in the scorer's table, and a huge turnover with 15.9 left. They're going to get Tony going to the rim. Tony got big and laid it in. That should do it. 26 points is a career high for Tony Cornett, and Aiken just lost the basketball with 7.3 to play in the game. They'll bring Carr Short back in, but shot clock is dark, and Westerville North 7.3 away from a 10-1 start. It was not easy today here at Ohio Dominican. 19 ties or lead changes. The Warriors are going to go to 10-1 on the year. Aiken is going to drop to 9-6, and for the games that we were here over the last 2 days, this was by far the best basketball game at Ohio Dominican in this series, and Westerville North wins tonight by the final of 67-60. Westerville North puts 22 on the board in that final stanza. They outscore Aiken 22-16. So final score 67-60, and Westerville North does go to 10-1. They do outscore Aiken 22-16 in the final stanza. The Falcons drop to 9-6. They are back in action next Saturday at Cincinnati St. Xavier. Westerville North back in action next Friday night at Delaware Hayes. Coming up, the North Star Family Dental post-game show. We'll talk to Lawrence Pack, courtesy of Smile Doctors, and we will select and talk to tonight's Ohio Christian University player of the game. Final score tonight on Sunday Night Hoops, presented by Krieger Ford. Westerville North survives. They trailed by as many as 11 in the first half. They win tonight by 7, 67-60. The North Star Family Dental post-game show is coming up next. This is the Westerville North Sports Network.
We are all searching for a place to belong, a place to fit in, a place to call home. We long for solid ground that allows us to grow far beyond our dreams, seeking guidance as we navigate life's lessons. Leaning on others' experiences to help unlock our full potential. Desiring authentic relationships, meaningful conversations, people to push us to success. Striving to define our purpose, find our mission, and following God's calling to change the world. We are all searching.
Celebration time at Ohio Dominican, the 614 shot clock event. Boy, we said we hadn't called a tight game for the Cardinal and Gold in almost 14 months. Well, this one had everybody a little bit nervous. 19 ties or lead change. I guess 18, looking at all my little tallies. Westerville North led by as many as 13. Aiken led by 11 in that first half. And as you look back, as we welcome you to the North Star Family Dental postgame show, I think Coop will ask Lawrence Pack about it, who will join us in a minute. It was that 12-0 run. At the end of the first quarter, it was 10-0, right? 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. They go 5 unanswered to start the second quarter. It opens up a 12-0 advantage, and that 11-point deficit for Aiken, the deficit against Aiken, was gone. North actually took the lead at that point, 20-19, and they win this basketball game. It was a back-and-forth affair. Aiken answered. They fought back. But, boy, that was at a moment in this game where, boy, if there was a point you thought Westerville North was going to get blown out. Boy, down 11, did not look good. McCree wasn't necessarily shooting it well. Tyson was in a little bit of foul trouble. But the guy that would not let this basketball team lose tonight was Tony Cornett. 26 points tonight, a career high. 16 in the first half, 10 in the second. And Westerville North wins tonight by 7, 67-60. We welcome you to the North Star Family Dental post-game show. North Star Family Dental, where you can enjoy a free whitening with a new patient exam, cleaning, and x-rays. Learn more at northstarfamilydental.com. We take a look at the Turbo Wash Car Wash post-game stats. Become a Turbo Wash Prime member and enjoy VIP treatment, including a dedicated VIP lane and license plate recognition, which means no more ugly windshield stickers. Turbo Prime membership starts saving you money after only 2 washes in a month. Visit turbowashcarwash.com for membership options, or to sign up, you can stop by any of their 4 Central Ohio locations, including IKEA Way, near Topgolf, Easton and Morse Road, near Gender Road and Canal Winchester, and on Bethel Road. Turbo Wash is cleaner, faster, and better. As we take a look at some of the final numbers in this game on the Turbo Wash Car Wash post-game stats, we'll start with scoring numbers in this game. 26 points tonight, a career high for the junior Tony Cornett. They get 15 from Elijah McCree, a dozen tonight from Tyson Perkins. That's 10 in the second half. 7 tonight from Damian King. He was a warrior, not undersized in terms of the Samsung refrigerator shoulders, but playing against bigger guys all around him all night. He was fearless as well. 2 tonight for Nate Roman, 2 tonight for Jacob Medhani, and an and 1 opportunity for Desmond O'Canny. Westerville North 11 of 15 at the charity stripe for 73%. For the Aiken Falcons, they were led tonight by Chris Washington, who now has 93 career points, 7 away from 1,000. He was one of 3 Falcons in double digits, Dre Carr short. Averages 14. He got 18 tonight. 10 for Ivan Colvin. They get 4 from Kevin Bly, 4 from J-Rock McNeil. And Cincinnati Aiken did not shoot their first free throws of this game till the final minutes of that fourth quarter. They hit 2 of 3 at the stripe. Westerville North trailed this game 19-15 at the end of 1. They used a 7-0 run at the end of the quarter to get it to 4. They go on a 17-11 run in the second quarter. They led 32-30 at halftime. Aiken 14-13 in the third quarter. It cut the North advantage to 1, 45-44, and Westerville North outscores Aiken 22-16 in the fourth quarter, and it takes us to our final score tonight of Westerville North 67 and Cincinnati Aiken 60. Boy, Ben Pack on the bench providing some new technology McCree is going to give us a little bit more detailed numbers tonight. We're excited about it. Going to have some additional stats to use the rest of the year at postgame. Tony Cornett tonight, 11 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range. And as we said tonight, they have Tony for 24 tonight. I had him for 26. I think we're going to stay with 26 tonight. 26 points, 3 rebounds. Elijah McCree tonight, only 3 of 13 from 3, but affects the game so many ways. McCree dished out 6 assists, had a couple of steals, couple of rebounds as well. So those are some numbers for him. Tyson Perkins, 4 of 6 at the stripe, 4 of 10 from the field. Tyson Perkins tonight, 12 points, 4 assists, and Coop, 6 rebounds for Tyson Perkins. Damian King had a near double-double, 7 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. O'Canny had 3 points and a couple of rebounds, was 1 of 2 from the field. Medhani took 3 attempts from the field, missed all of them, was 0 of 3, but 0 of 2 on threes was Medhani. Finished with 2 points as he hit 2 of 2 at the stripe. And Nate Roman, as we said, had 1 field goal made, was 1 of 4 in this game, 2 points and a couple of rebounds. Comparing these two teams statistically, if I can find that spot on our charts and not botch that up, Ricky Cooper, maybe you can help. There we go. Westerville North tonight, 25 of 60 from the field in this game. My Staples calculator says that's 42%. Aiken shot 50% from the field in this game and lost. They finished 27 of 54. North hit 5 of 25 on threes for 20%. Aiken hit 4 of 14 behind the arc for 29%. Westerville North, we had them at 11 of 15. Ben Pack says they were 12 of 15. That would improve it to 80%. And Cincinnati Aiken, we had them at 2 of 3. Ben Pack says they were 2 of 4. And we'll ask Lawrence Pack whether we should believe Ben Pack or not. I know he's better than Huddle Assist, and he's probably better than Rick Cooper calling play-by-play. But either way, Westerville North attempted 11 more free throws tonight than Aiken. And I know with absolute certainty that the Falcons did not attempt a free throw in this basketball game until like the final 2 or 3 minutes of that fourth quarter. So, just a huge advantage, especially if you're hitting them. And Coach Pack again says that North hit him tonight at a clip of 80%, and that hasn't always been the case this year, but 69% shooting team hits 80 tonight, and boy, you needed every one of them tonight as we get a chance to sit down and exhale a little bit and talk to assistant coach Lawrence Pack, who appears courtesy of Smile Doctors in Westerville. Choose Dr. Reed with Smile Doctors because great orthodontics care is built on trust, experience, and outcomes. I like good outcomes when I go to the dentist. And Dr. Lawrence Pack, schedule a free consultation. Affordable and zero interest installment plans are available, and most insurance plans are accepted. You can get personalized care that will make you smile. Smile Doctors in Westerville, proud to support Central Ohio high school sports. Call them at 392-5610 or visit smiledoctors.com to schedule your appointment or consultation today. Maxtown Road in Westerville, they're the exclusive sponsor of our coaches' interviews with Shan Trusley and Stanley Jackson and Lawrence Pack all season long. You still awake over there? That's a long read. I'm tired. I'd really love to hear what the coaching staff says, and I'll start with it's the first tight basketball game that we have called in 14 months. We count 13 or 14 lead changes, down 11 in that first half, up by 13, and really went down to the wire tonight, Coach. This was a fun one. Thoughts, good and bad tonight. What'd you like?
No, it was. Sorry, voice. It was really good. We needed that. We talk about we need those type of games that's going to prepare us for later on, and they're a really good team. They really are. I mean, they were runner-up D3 last year to Louisville, who's a great team, obviously last year, and they had guys back, and they did did a great job tonight, and they wanted to go. And one was really good.
Yes,
you know, he's a good player, and they have bigs. They've got all the pieces, and you know, we may see them again because they're up in D2 this year. But no, it was a good game. Our kids battled getting down. Like you said, we were down early, and we just battled back that defensive intensity. We just keep going and going and going, and we started sharing it, and making some shots, getting some turnovers, and moving it, and then again got down by 3 or 4 points in the third quarter, but the guys battled back again. Big play by Tyson at the end of the quarter to get fouled and get to the free throw line and get those knocked down, and then come out the fourth quarter and get it going again.
The end of the first, I think a 7-0 run. You start the second with a 5-0 run. That's when you're down 11. And all of a sudden, it's a 12-0 run. You take the lead for a moment, and they have a pretty substantial scoring drought. I don't think they score again. Carr Short, I think, puts one in at about the 5:15 mark of that second quarter. Again, without looking at tape, as I like to say, how big is that moment? I mean, it's a moment there where Tyson's got a little bit of foul trouble, I think, and Elijah's not necessarily shooting the ball really, really well. What allowed you to get that 12-0 run, and how big was it in winning this basketball game tonight?
Defensive stops. You know, we got the ball. We got the ball back. Defensive stops. We got them going, and Jim Barry's wanting us to cut this out.
Yes,
so anyway, so our defense, you know, led to some easy baskets, and we shared it, and we got some easy baskets on the other end, but our defense really in limiting them and rebounding the basketball and getting it moving down the other end.
And some guy named Tony Cornett had a career high tonight, 16 in the first, 10 in the second, and needed really every one of them.
Yeah, Tony was really good tonight. It was good to get him going, and I know he was big for us tonight on both ends of the floor.
Yeah. Who else? I know Tyson had 10 in the second half.
Tyson was really good in the second. Elijah's Elijah. Jacob plays the way Jacob does. You know, Jacob's really good defensively and does everything you need to do. Damian was really good around the basket. Dez was good around the basket. And Nate came in and gave us valuable minutes. All the guys. It's a team effort. Nobody just, but, you know, it's usual characters, right? Usual suspects.
I think what I liked tonight, your thoughts on this, I mean, there were bigger guys everywhere. Damian King, wider than everybody in the game, but even for Damian, he was looking up at 6'9", 6'7" most of the night, and I said that 6'9" Kevin Bly is riding a school bus home an hour and 45 minutes, probably saying he has never seen a guy 5'9" tall attack him fearlessly as Tyson Perkins did tonight.
Yeah. Yep. No, Tyson, there's no fear factor there. He just goes. You know, he doesn't care who it is. He's played enough basketball that he knows. And we said just attack those guys in the chest. They want to block shots, but just get it going at them.
Yeah, and you did. Found a way tonight. Now you're off Tuesday, next Friday night at Delaware Hayes. And what will you do? What are points of emphasis this week? I know tomorrow, Coach Trustley said giving him a day off. He said it's been a long week.
Tomorrow, and then we'll get back in Tuesday and get some shots up and do some work on some things. And, you know, then we'll start doing Delaware prep Wednesday, Thursday. Get ready to go up there to the Pacers. It's a tough place to play, but you know, we'll be ready.
Midway point, game number 11 right now. I'll ask you the same question I asked Shan. What do you like about this team? What's most encouraging with where they're at right now? And what's the biggest step this team has taken over the last 11 games from game 1 to right now?
Sharing the basketball, playing together as a team. You know, we were really good defensively and doing what we need to do. So, I mean, we knew what we had coming in this year, and we're really happy with the way we've progressed and developed and gotten better.
Okay, if he wasn't yelling at us, your son's got this new little device.
I know. I
can't wait to pull that out and talk numbers.
We'll do it next time. This guy's going to be mad.
We'll talk at Delaware Hayes. So go kill him with kindness like you do with us every week.
You're probably not going to get to talk to whoever you want to talk to next.
Well, we'll just say thanks and congratulate Tony. You want to stay here and be my police escort out of this building? You're out of here.
See ya.
Thanks, Coach. That is Lawrence Pack, who stops by and talks to us courtesy of Smile Doctors in Westerville. We appreciate them. Choose Dr. Reed with Smile Doctors because great orthodontic care is built on trust, experience, and outcomes. Schedule a free consultation. Affordable and zero-interest installment plans are available, and most insurance plans are accepted. Get personalized care that will make you smile and smile happy. Smile Doctors in Westerville, proud to support Central Ohio high school sports. Call them at 614-392-5610 or visit smiledoctors.com. Tonight's Ohio Christian University Player of the Game is brought to you by Ohio Christian University, where they believe students are called to be like oaks of righteousness, deeply rooted in Christ, standing strong in purpose, and flourishing in community. And at Ohio Christian, you'll always be known as a scholar with professors who care about your goals, known as a leader shaped through their leadership roundtable training, and known as a friend in a community that celebrates you. Come experience what it means to be rooted, nurtured, and known. Visit ohiochristian.edu/preview and see how God has used you, can turn you, and shape you into the oak that God has called you to be at Ohio Christian University. Tonight's Ohio Christian University Player of the Game. There is no drum roll, please. The guy that really got this team going and kept them going tonight was the 6'6" or 6'5" junior Tony Cornett, the pride of Heritage Middle School. Came in with a career-high 22 against Franklin Heights a couple of Decembers ago. He goes for 26 tonight, and Westerville North needed all of them. 16 in the first half, 10 in the second, and the Warriors win tonight by the final of 67-60. And Tony Cornett from Westerville North, the Warrior forward, is tonight's Ohio Christian University Player of the Game. Up next for Cincinnati Aiken, next Saturday night, 5 p.m. at Cincinnati St. Xavier. Tuesday the 27th against Western Hills. That's a home game. It's a league game. Friday the 30th, the home game, a league game against Cincinnati Withrow. For Westerville North, next Friday night at Delaware Hayes. They're also off the following Tuesday the 27th. They will host Westerville South, second meeting with the Wildcats on January 30th before St. Ignatius comes to town on January 31st. That is a matinee game scheduled for a 3:30 start. We will be with the Warriors for all three of those games. At Hayes next Friday, Friday the 30th at home against Westerville South, home against Ignatius on January 31st. We are back with them then for a huge Big Walnut game on February the 6th against the Golden Eagles, who, if they continue to win, they would have a shot to share the league title. And is he walking out? I guess he heard yelling, so Tony Cornett was going to come up and talk to us. It is worth noting a Pick Central game that was originally slated for December 13th due to snow has been officially rescheduled for Tuesday, February 17th. There is no rematch in this series unless they would meet again, possibly in the state semifinals or finals in Division II. That puts a wrap on Sunday Night Hoops, presented by Krieger Ford from here at Ohio Dominican. We say thanks to the head coaches, Shan Trustley at Westerville North, and a big thank you to Sean Davis at Aikens. What an outstanding 22-year-old head coach. Can't wait to see how this young man continues to shape young men and win basketball games. We say thanks to Lawrence Pack, the assistant coaches North as well. We say thanks to North AD Wes Ellifritz, Aiken AD Paul Brownfield, and thanks to all of the guys that helped bring it to you tonight. Our on-site producer Ricky Cooper and cameraman Mr. Price Cooper. Ty Cooper ran a camera tonight as well. Thanks to all of our sponsors, including tonight's official game sponsor, talking about Turbo Wash Car Wash, where you buy a monthly membership plan and it pays for itself in fewer than 2 washes. Stop by the location on IKEA Way. Remember, you can pick up a permanent digital download of tonight's broadcast. All the details on how you can do that are on screen right now. For Shan Trustley, Lawrence Pack, Tony Cornett, Ricky Cooper, Price Cooper, Ty Cooper, and our entire Westerville North Sports Network broadcast team, my name is Rick Cooper, saying so long from an empty Ohio Dominican University. They call this the shot clock battle in the 614. They will play 5 more games here tomorrow, but the best game of the day through 2 days featured the nightcap tonight between Cincinnati Aiken and Westerville North, a pair of 9-win teams, and it's Westerville North that wins and gets win number 10. They do it in a thriller in Manila. Had 13 ties or lead changes. Warriors find themselves down 11 in the first half. They claw their way back. Then they win tonight by the final of 67-60. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.